Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Antoine here for HFTG Archives with a short video that I think you will enjoy. I will explain my absence at a later date, don't worry, you can yell at me then. But I came across this image on Twitter and I thought it needed a little bit more explanation than 220 characters can give you. Now I know I have Twitter Blue, which gives me 4,500 characters, but nobody reads that much. So, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what this image kind of represents. And you can disagree with me or leave a comment down below if you agree with me, whatever it is. Hit that like button, share this around, and if you see it on Twitter, go ahead and retweet it as much as you can. So this image right here, this is supposedly the Redpill's ideal woman. Now, let's see how hard it actually is to find a woman like this. So, like I said, I'm gonna try and break it down as fast as possible. The first thing they have is no OnlyFans. This is actually really simple, since there are only about 10 million creators on OnlyFans, and only about 60% of them are adult content creators. So you'll be able to find that woman who doesn't have an OnlyFans. Low body count. This one's a favourite of the Redpill. Don't let them fool you though. They mean no body count. But low body count, sure, let's go with that. Average sexual partners for women in America at the age of 30 is 7. Hi, editing Antoine here. I did some double checking because that number didn't seem right. So according to CDC Data, women between the ages of 25 and 44 have the median or average sexual partner / body count of about 4.2. So I was off by about 3 people. Sorry, carry on. So again, a low body count is easy to find. So that's 2 for 2. They want the woman to be able to cook. Most women can cook. But what do you mean? Do you want them to be able to cook well, or just read a recipe? Again, this is not that hard to find. Now here's an important one for most men, not just the Redpill: having a big booty. Again, you kind of need to specify here. Do you want a big booty, or do you want a big booty? But again, depending on what your preference of the backside of the female is, this is actually really easy to find. We're going 4 for 4. Now, I know what they're going to say. This woman is impossible to find. I've already proven. I mean, just with the first 4, that's not true. Not active on social media. Alright, this one may be a bit harder to find, because they're not going to be able to find her otherwise. What they're talking about, and what they mean, is that they're not posting booty pics on Instagram or have a Snapchat. They also don't want her to have a Twitter, because then she'll just see what they think of her. But for the most part, what they're talking about is they don't want her to have a Tinder, they don't want her to have a Grindr, they don't want her to have any form of dating app, they don't want her to have any social media other than, like, Facebook. You should be fine if they just have Facebook. Maybe they'll even go so far back as to have a MySpace page. But if you're going that far back, well, you're dating against the wall. Now, the next one is emotionally stable. Everyone wants this. Nobody wants an emotionally unstable partner. What they mean is not psychotic. Again, this is easy to find. Women are more emotional than men, though, and the ones that are more unstable actually are usually men. So again, aside from social media, we are hitting all the points here. So, this next one, no ex / no guy friends. This goes back to the low body count thing. They want her isolated. This whole quote-unquote no guy friends thing is dumb, because girls talk. They talk more than guys do. And if you treat your woman like dirt, her female friends are going to be the first ones to advise her to dump your ass or divorce you. Red pills know this. So what they really mean is no friends. Now, this next one is a little harder. throat goat. What that means is they want this woman, this perfect ideal woman, to have the blowjob skills of a trained porn star. Look, she's gotta have a body count in order to improve her skills to be said throat goat. So you kind of have to make up your minds here. I don't honestly think she's practicing on cucumbers. Now, this next one splits the bill. This one's a little interesting. In today's day and age in dating, you want her to be traditional, but split the bill? Listen, Redpills, you're giving off mixed signals with these last two. Do you want her to be traditional or modern? One expects you to pay, the other won't have a problem with splitting the bill, so you really need to choose what you're actually looking for. Now this last one must be pretty without makeup. This one is a little different, okay? It's pretty easy to accomplish, but it also depends on your standards. Also, don't you want her to look good for you? Or do you red pill idiots think she's putting makeup on because she's trying to attract someone else? If that's your deal, all you have to do is tell her beforehand. I'm sure she'll understand and won't waste the money that it costs to buy all the makeup that she's using to impress you. So in conclusion, in this very short form video for HFTG Archives, regardless of what people like Pearl, people like Fresh and Fit, people like Zerka or Sneeko or Rolo or even Andrew Tate say, and the rest of the chuds of the red pill manosphere, it really isn't that hard to find the girl they're describing in this image. The problem is they only deal with the internet, club and bar and hookup culture, and that's about it. They don't deal with the real world. It makes me feel sorry for people who listen to them because they are being force-fed misinformation and faulty logic. I'll keep trying to talk to these idiots as long as they keep bitching about not finding real women. Until then, I want to thank you all for listening, and next time I give a TED Talk, I'll open up the floor for questions. Have a good night, everyone.